This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment. Show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy folks, this is Paul. I was watching the Olympics. And I was watching the men's basketball team that got gold. Hey, they won every game with slight lead. They were comfortable. But I kept hearing all those folks before saying, "Oh, this is a better team than the Dream Team and there's more talent and all that." Skill-wise, there might be. I don't overall I think there might be, but that's only because this was an older team than the Dream Team in some instances. I mean, seriously, the oldest person that on the Dream Team was Larry Bird. Almost everybody on the Dream Team back then was in their 20s. Now you've got several guys that are in their 30s and have been around a while. Steph Curry, KD, freaking LeBron. But there is one major difference that made the Dream Team so much more. And it's the simple fact of that their cool confidence made them dominant. You didn't push down Jordan. You didn't push down Pippen. Barkley? Oh. Patrick Ewing? And let me tell you something. Neither Bird nor Magic, no matter what they were going through, you weren't backing them down. And that was lacking in this Olympics. So we're going to talk about that. The Dream Team, I mean, you're talking about a group of men who first saved the league. That was Magic and Bird. And then you've got the person that turned it into an international sensation, which was Jordan. On top of that, you had Patrick Ewing, who as a center was one of the more dominant ones of his time. You had David Robinson, who, a different way of being dominant, but he was that smiling killer at center. You had Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound, and he really was the MVP of his team because everybody else was, hey, I'm here to have fun. Barkley was there to win. And I'm not saying that the rest of them weren't. I'm just saying that Barkley just took it on himself when the other guys were just enjoying themselves and showing off. He was doing the grunt work. You had Pippen, who with Jordan, those two teamed up. That was an amazing time. And then when they were playing against Tony Kukoc, poor Kukoc didn't know what hit him. And then you had Karl Malone and John Stockton. That was another duo that you couldn't compete against unless you knew what you were doing. That was just a dominating duo. I would say it was the second most dominating duo of the time in the NBA. Chris Mullins, great player, amazing person to see on the court. Christian Laettner, unfortunately it was Christian Laettner. And you had Clyde Drexler. Clyde the Glide was not to Jordan's level. He had the ability to, but he didn't have that drive. But he was still an amazing shooting guard. So these guys all knew what it took to dominate. Bird, oh, Bird would get in your head while also doing things that you never expected. Jordan, nothing has to be said about how dominating that man was. This was the dream team. These men walked onto the court and they already had the ability to dominate you without even thinking about it. This team that was there, you had two sharpshooters. You had KD and you had Steph. Those two men know how to score. Matter of fact, Steph took the last two games, put them on his back. I don't care what these LeBron lovers say. It was Steph that put the game onto his back. KD was KD in the Olympics. I mean, I will say this much. The man is a legend when it comes to scoring. He's a great player. Steph was on there doing defense. He was playing both sides of the ball. He wasn't doing as well as, say, Barkley, Pippen, Jordan, but he was taking it on his back. I'm just going to pass over LeBron. LeBron was there. He provided some good times, but he was there. I've never understood people's fascination with that man. You have Tatum, who just won the award or just won the championship. You had White, was that his name? Yeah, White, who just won the championship. Joel Embiid's a good player. But Devin Booker, Anthony Davis and LeBron James, those are a good duo. James and Curry look to be a good duo. Durant and Curry, they know how to be a duo. You have these guys on this team, Bam Adebayo, but the other teams didn't feel like they were dominated by them. They didn't feel intimidated. Matter of fact, they worked to try to intimidate our team. If these guys were as good as the dream team, that is one of the primary aspects of the dream team. They were dominating. They didn't have to try to play mind tricks. They didn't have to try to dominate you on the court. They just were dominating. These were legends that were still playing. And now we have a situation where we've got a team that was supposedly more talented than the dream team, but they couldn't really do it. Now look, the players on this Olympic team and in the NBA period are talented guys. The rules are different. Okay, fine. But we no longer have teams that are going towards domination. You take a look at the bad boy Pistons. Those guys, you knew when you went in there that it was going to be a rough physical game. Jordan, he walked onto the court and you knew that you were dealing with Jordan. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. When you walked onto the court against Bird, dear Lord, you hoped to God that you didn't have to be the one that guarded him. Now, Curry, Durant, several of these other guys, you're not worried about guarding them because it's gotten to the point where they're shooting so far back that it's become an all offense, very little defense. Yes, there's some defense, but it showed because the FIBA rules are so much different. The European way of playing is so much different. And we could still be a dominant team. Don't tell me that LeBron James wasn't somebody who could physically impose his will. Don't tell me Anthony Davis couldn't physically impose his will. Joel Embiid. These guys could physically impose their will on the other team, but everybody knows. Don't worry about them. They're nice guys. They don't even play a full season because, well, they've got to load manage. You didn't see that with the Dream Team. The Dream Team, all those guys were trying to play all 82 games. I mean, heck, take a look at John Stockton. He did. Jordan did. Bird did. Bird played injured and was still scary. You don't get that with this team. That's the difference. So, no, this isn't just about the Olympics. This is the simple fact of that we've changed a mindset. People now are like, oh, well, we can be friends. Well, yeah, you can be friends, but off the court is when you're friends. On the court, you're not trying to be friends. You're trying to be killers. And guys, this is why so many people are tuning out of NBA. I'm not saying that it's not fun to watch on occasion, but you've not got the love of the game like you had in my time. Now it's eh, it's fun to watch, but eh. But hey, just thought I'd put in my 2 cents about it. Thank you for watching this video. I've had some fairly good success with all of my redneck sports stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that rigmarole. And also, just let me know what you want to hear about. I'll give a redneck spin to this stuff. Let me tell you, I love sports. So, I love people that want to join me in that. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.